Hi students, in today's session we are going to study about numerical inequalities. This is the second chapter in 12th standard applied mathematics. We have studied about equation. What is an equation? An equation is an expression which will have equal to symbol which connects the left hand side and right hand side. So, we will be having an expression x plus 3 is equal to 7. This is an equation. That equation will be classified into two different types depending on the number of variables and the degree of the given expression. Okay. Now, this is an equation. The equal to symbol balances the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay. And this is called linear equation in one variable. Why this is called as linear equation? Because it is going to have the highest degree term to be equal to 1. Here the x is the variable which is going to have degree 1. That is why it is called as linear equation in one variable. Suppose if I have x plus y is equal to 5, this is linear equation in two variable. Linear equation in two variable, because x is a variable and y is also a variable and both are going to have degree 1. X plus y plus z is equal to 12. This is called linear equation in three variable. Why this is called as linear equation in three variable? Because it is going to have three variables, namely x, y and z. And depending on the degree of the equation, we classify the equation into different types. This is degree 1 equation. How many solutions this equation will have? And we have learnt in the lower classes, number of solution is equal to the degree of the equation. Since this equation is of degree 1, this equation can have only one solution. What do you mean by solution? Solution is the value for x which satisfies the equation. How to solve this equation? To find the solution, x plus 3 is equal to 7. We have to find the value for x. So, with x we have 3 in addition to this x. So, we add the additive inverse on both sides for 3. X plus 3, for 3 additive inverse is minus 3. So, we add minus 3 on both sides. So, 7 minus 3. So, here 3 cancel. So, x is equal to 4. So, we say x is equal to 4 is a solution for this equation, because when you substitute in the place of x 4, we get 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. We cannot find any other value for x which satisfies this particular expression, x plus 3 is equal to 7. Okay. X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. And this equation is not called as linear equation. Why this is not called as linear equation? Although we have a term containing x, the highest degree of this equation is x square. x square. So this is called as quadratic equation. Quadratic equation in one variable. Then how many solutions this equation will have? This equation will have two solutions if it exists. Okay. X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. How to find the solution for a quadratic equation? We find the solution for the quadratic equation by factorization method. So this is factorized. On multiplication we should get 6, on addition we should get minus 5. So we take minus 3 minus 2. So x minus 3, x minus 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to 3, x is equal to 2. So when you substitute x is equal to 3 in this equation, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, the equation will be satisfied. It will satisfy the equation. When you substitute x is equal to 2, then also the equation will be satisfied. And we cannot find any other values for x apart from this two values 3 and 2. That is why we say that quadratic equation will have only two roots. And for this types of equations, okay, depending on the degree, we classify into linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic equation, and then degree 4 equation, biquadratic equation, and so on. And we must know that number of solutions for any equation in one variable will be equal to degree of the equation. So far we have seen what is an equation and how we classify the equation. We classify the equation based on the number of variables and based on the degree of the equation. If it is based on the variables, it will be classified into 1 variable, 2 variable, 3 variable, and so on. If it is classified under degree, it can be linear degree 1 equation, quadratic degree 2 equation, cubic degree 3 equation, and so on. Now we are going to see inequalities, numerical inequalities. We are going to study about inequalities. What we mean by inequalities? We used to compare two numbers. Suppose we have 2 and 5. How to compare these two numbers? By less than or greater than. Now 2 is less than 5. So we write 2 less than 5. So this symbol is called as less than. Ten and 5. We say that 10 is greater than 5. We won't say that 10 is less than 5. We say that 10 is greater than 5. So this symbol is called as greater than, and this is called as less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. This is called as greater than or equal to. Okay. So now numerical inequalities, how it is defined? Two real numbers are two algebraic expressions connected by the sign less than or equal to, greater than or greater than or equal to is called as inequalities. That is, it can be numbers or it can be expression. Suppose if you have an expression 5x plus 2 and another expression 3x plus 5, instead of using equal to symbol, if I am going to use any one of these 4 symbol, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, then we call this as inequality. So we are going to study about this expressions with these 4 symbols, and we are going to find the solution. Okay. Now inequalities will have more than one solution. More than one solution. In typical cases, it may have one solution also, but in general, inequalities will have more than one solution. In sometimes it will have infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions. Suppose if I write x is less than 2, where x belongs to integer. When x belongs to integer. So what are the values I can take for x which are less than 2? I can take the solution set as minus infinity to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1. The same inequality for x less than 2. X less than 2, when x belongs to whole number. When x belongs to whole number. So what are the values in whole number which are less than 2? In that case it will be 0 and 1. Now we are having the typical example when x is less than 2, when x belongs to natural number. X should be a natural number and x should be less than 2. Then in that case the solution set will contain only one solution. The same expression x less than 2, depending on the set, the solution changes. Okay, and here we will have infinite number of solutions for the inequalities. So that we must remember, inequalities will have more than one solution, and it is not like equations, which suggests that number of solution is equal to degree of the equation. Okay. So what is an inequality? Inequality is an expression which contains LHS and RHS, which are connected by any one of the 4 symbols: less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay. Now we classify inequalities into 2 types. One is numerical inequalities . Numerical inequalities and literal inequalities. So inequalities are classified into 2 types. One is numerical inequalities, the other one is literal inequalities. In numerical inequalities, we are going to deal with only numbers, okay, and it won't have any variables, like 5 is less than 10, 2 is greater than minus 5, 6 is less than 25. Okay, the expression which do not contain variables are called as numerical inequalities. Now literal inequalities, we will be having variables. X plus 3 is less than 10. X plus 3 is less than 10. 2x minus 5 greater than 15. So in these inequalities, we are having variables. It may have one variable or 2 variable, depending on the situation. We may have any number of variables. Okay, so this is the first classification, the inequalities. The inequalities are split into 2 types. One is literal inequalities, the other one is numerical inequalities. In literal inequalities, we can have inequalities with one variable, two x minus 3 greater than 5. Two variables we can have x plus 3y less than 27. We can have quadratic inequality in one variable, quadratic degree 2, x square minus 5x plus 6 strictly greater than 0. Or we can have x square minus 5x plus 6 less than or equal to 0. Okay. And we can have a quadratic inequality in two variables. Quadratic inequality in two variables. What is quadratic? Degree 2. Two variables we must have, namely x and y. So we can write this as x square minus y square strictly greater than or equal to 5, or x square plus 2xy plus y square less than or equal to 7. So we have two variables x and y, okay, and the main thing is we are having this symbol less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. Okay. So these are the things we have in inequalities. Yeah, inequality, okay, the expression inequality, two numbers or two expressions which are connected by the symbol less than or equal to, greater than or greater than or equal to are called as inequalities. The inequalities based on the inequalities are classified into two types. One is numerical inequality, the other one is literal inequality. Numerical inequality which will not have variables, literal inequality will have variables, and inequalities will be classified into different types, namely linear inequality, quadratic inequality, and so on. And with respect to variables, it will be called as linear inequality with one variable, quadratic inequality with two variables, linear inequality in two variables, and so on. So before finding the solutions of inequalities, let us discuss the interval notation. We must know about the interval notation, okay, and this is the real number, okay, this is the real number, and we know that it will be marked from minus infinity to plus infinity, okay, and numbers are marked 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on. Okay, it is an infinite line. Is it clear? Now, one comma 6, and we must know about the brackets. We will be using two brackets here. One is ordinary parenthesis. This is called open interval. Ordinary parenthesis will be used to denote open interval. Okay, ordinary parenthesis. That means the endpoints will not be included. Endpoints will not be included. So except the endpoints, all the interior points we are supposed to take. And the next one is rectangular bracket. Okay, this is rectangular bracket. This is used to denote closed bracket. This is called as closed bracket. where endpoints will be included. Here it will be included, here it will be excluded. Okay. For open bracket, endpoints are excluded. Endpoints are included in the closed interval. Suppose if I write 1 comma 6, open interval 1 comma 6. So the 1 will not be included and the 6 also will not be included. So we draw a circle. We won't shade it, it will be a circle. So that points are excluded. So all other points we are going to consider. This is called as open interval 1 comma 6. Minus infinity plus infinity, same expression 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Okay. Now I am going to consider closed 1, open 6. Closed 1, open 6. The interval which is going to include the number 1 and it is going to exclude number 6. So how to represent this in real number system? In that real number system, we are going to include 1, correct? So we draw circle shaded, okay, which means that point is included and 6 is not included, it is an open interval. So we draw a circle over there and it is going to be the interval 1 comma 6. So all the points between 1 and 6 will be taken. Now in the first case, both the endpoints are excluded. Okay, here left endpoint included, right endpoint not included. Next one, minus infinity plus infinity with the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Okay. Now what I am going to do? Left to open, right closed. Left to open, right closed, which means the left endpoint is not going to be included, it is going to be excluded. So we are not going to include 1 and 6 is closed. So we are going to include 6. So now what will happen? We will shade 6 with a circle and for 1 we draw a small circle, we won't shade it, which means the point is not included. Okay. And finally, now you know what I am going to write. 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Okay. Now what I am going to write? Both closed. This is called open interval and this is called closed interval. These are all semi open, semi closed. Okay. Open interval means both are open, both the ends are open. Closed interval means both endpoints are closed, included. Now 1 comma 6. So 1 is shaded and 6 also shaded and we are going to take all the points in between 1 and 6. Is it clear? Now this is inequality 1 less than x less than 6. So here x is going to lie between 1 and 6. So how to read this one? 1 less than x less than 6. Okay, this is called strict inequality. This is called strict inequality. Okay. Now in this part, second interval closed 1 and 6 open. How to write this in inequality format? It is written as 1 less than or equal to x strictly less than 6. So 1 less than or equal to x less than 6. X can take any value greater than or equal to 1. This is how it is read. X is taking the value greater than or equal to 1 and x must be less than 6. Next one, 1 strictly less than x less than or equal to 6. Okay, x strictly takes greater than 1 and it can take any value less than or equal to 6. And the last part, 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. So the interval notation we will be using. So we must be familiar with this type of inequality, these type of intervals. So the first and the last are called with a specific name. First one is called open interval, the last one is called closed interval. Okay. Now we will see some basic maths. Okay. Additive inverse. Additive inverse. Multiplicative inverse. To solve the equations, we use this concept, additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. Suppose if I have an equation 2x plus 5 equal to 0. What is my prime aim? To find the value for x. To find the value for x which will satisfy this equation 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay. So how we will solve? So we say that we have to remove first this 5. So if I want to remove this 5, what I should do? I should add the additive inverse of 5 on both sides. So what will happen? So 2x plus 5, okay, additive inverse of 5 is minus 5 is equal to 0 minus 5. Because it is additive inverse, these two cancel, so I get 2x is equal to minus 5. Now I have the expression now, 2x is equal to minus 5. Again I want to remove this 2. How to remove this 2? This 2 is in multiplication with x. So if I want to remove 2, I should not subtract 2. What I should do? I should multiply with multiplicative inverse of 2. So what is multiplicative inverse of 2? It is the reciprocal of 2. It is 1 by 2. So multiply with 1 by 2 on both sides. So 1 by 2 into 2x is equal to minus 5 into 1 by 2. So here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So x is equal to minus 5 by 2. So this is the process we will be using in this exercise throughout. We won't say take this 5 to the other side and taking 2 to the other side, and all. We will be using additive inverse and multiplicative inverse concept throughout this exercise. Okay. Now how to find the solution for 3x minus 7 equal to 0? How to find the solution? Now I have two terms, the term containing x and a constant. So first I must remove constant term. What is the constant term I have? Minus 7. So I want to remove it. So this minus 7 is in subtraction with 3x. So what I should do? I should operate with additive inverse of minus 7. What is additive inverse of minus 7? Additive inverse of minus 7 is nothing but opposite sign of minus 7, which is nothing but plus 7. So 3x minus 7, I add plus 7 on left hand side and plus 7 on right side. So minus 7 plus 7, inverses of each other cancel. So we get 3x is equal to 7. Next one, I want to remove this 3 now. So, the 3 is in multiplication with x. Okay. So, what I should do? Multiply with this 3x, the multiplicative inverse of 3, because 3 is in multiplication. I want to remove 3. So, I have to multiply with multiplicative inverse of 3. So, what I will get? 1 by 3 into 3x is equal to 1 by 3 into 7. So, 3 cancel. So, x is equal to 7 by 3. Is it clear? Suppose if I have 5x plus 12 is equal to 25. What I should do now? I want to get the value for x which will satisfy this equation. So, first I should take, first I must remove this plus 12 in addition with this x term, because 12 is in addition with 5x. So, I must use additive inverse of 12. So, 5x plus 12, I add both sides with additive inverse of 12, that is minus 12 on left hand side as well as 25 minus 12 on right hand side. So, here 12 cancel. So, I get 5x is equal to 25 minus 12, which is nothing but 13. Now, I want to find the value for x. So, I want to remove this 5. 5 is in multiplication with x. So, what I should do now? I must multiply this 5x with multiplicative inverse of 5, which is nothing but 1 by 5, reciprocal of 5. So, 1 by 5 into 5x is equal to 1 by 5 into 13. So, here 5 cancel. So, x is equal to 13 by 5. Okay. So, this is how we are going to find the solution in inequalities also. Okay, this is the process we will be using the additive inverse and the multiplicative inverse. Suppose if I want to remove a term which is having plus symbol, plus 5, plus 10, then I have to add it with additive inverse, minus 5 and minus 10. Suppose if it is in multiplication, we must take multiplicative inverse. Okay. Now, we are going to see certain properties in inequalities. Properties in inequalities. Okay. The first one is addition property. Addition property, that is whenever x is less than y, okay, whenever x is less than y, if I add any constant, okay, on both side, okay, then the inequality remains the same, x plus z less than y plus z. The inequality remains the same. Suppose if I have y is greater than x, I add some constant z on both sides of the inequalities, then also the inequality remains the same. It is not going to change. Y plus z will be greater than x plus z. This is called addition property. This is called addition property. Subtraction property. Subtraction property. If x is less than y, if I subtract any constant on either side. Okay, both the sides we have to do. If we subtract some constant on both the sides of the inequality, the inequality remains the same. The sign is not going to change. That is, x is less than y will imply x minus z also less than y minus z. Suppose y is greater than x. Now the inequality is reversed, y is greater than x, and I subtract that constant z on both sides. Y minus z strictly greater than x minus z. It is true for both the sides, in less than as well as greater than, and if it is going to be equal to, that also maintained. Multiplication property. Multiplication property, we have to be very careful with that. If x is less than y and if I multiply by a constant which is strictly greater than 0, strictly greater than 0 on both the sides, what will happen? The inequality is maintained. X z will be less than y z. Suppose if I multiply by a number which is less than 0, less than 0 means negative number. X is less than y, I multiply the inequality with a negative number, okay, z is negative, okay, z is negative. Is it clear? In that case, x z will be greater than y z. You can very well see that the inequality is getting reversed. Okay. For example, if we take 5 is less than 8, I multiply by z, which is going to be a negative value, say minus 2. I multiply by minus 2 on both sides of this inequality. What you will get? Minus 10, and when I multiply minus 2 with 8, minus 16. Is it clear? Which one is greater among minus 10 and minus 16? If you compare minus 10 and minus 16, minus 10 is greater than minus 16, because in real number system, to the left of 0 we have negative numbers. So, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. When it is going away from the 0, it is becoming lesser value. Is it clear? So, comparing minus 16 and minus 10, minus 16 will be lesser than your minus 10. So, when you multiply by negative value, the inequality is getting reversed. The inequality is getting reversed. So, when we multiply by a constant, we should be very careful when you perform the operation of multiplication. If you multiply by a constant which is greater than 0, we can maintain the same inequality, but when you multiply the inequality with a negative symbol, then the inequality is getting reversed. Division property. Division also like that only, like multiplication. When x is less than y, if you multiply by a, when x is less than y, when you divide by a number which is greater than 0, that is x by z, and here it is y by z. When you divide by z, that z value is greater than 0, positive value, then the inequality remains the same. It remains the same. Okay. When it is negative value, when z is less than 0, z is going to be a negative number. When x is less than y, and if you are going to divide by a negative number, then x by z will be greater than y by z. Okay. Now the next one is transitive property. What do you mean by transitive property? X is less than y and y is less than z will imply x is less than z. If y is greater than x and z is greater than y, which will imply z is greater than x, because z is greater than y and y is greater than x, which will imply z will be greater than x. This is called as transitive property. Okay. So these properties we should remember: additive property, subtraction property, multiplicative property, division property. When we multiply and divide, if it is a positive value, the inequality will remain the same. If it is a negative value, the inequality is getting reversed. Okay. So with this introduction in about inequalities, we try to solve the given equations. Okay. So this is the first question. 7x minus 1 less than 5x plus 3, and we are supposed to find what is the solution when x is an integer and when x is a real number. Is it clear? So 7x minus 1 less than 5x plus 3. Okay. Now I want to have only 7x on the other side. So first I will remove this minus 1. How to remove minus 1? I must add additive inverse of minus 1 on both sides. So 7x minus 1 plus 1 less than 5x plus 3 plus 1. I want to remove this minus 1 first. So I add plus 1 on either side. Why we have to add plus 1? Because additive inverse of minus 1 is plus 1. So minus 1 and plus 1 gets cancelled. So it is now 7x is less than 5x plus 4. So this is the first step. We have to remove the constant on the left hand side. The next thing is I want to remove the variable on the right hand side. So what I should do? I want to remove this 5x. So what is the additive inverse of 5x? Because this 5x is in addition with this 4. So what is the additive inverse of 5x? It is going to be minus 5x. So 7x minus 5x strictly less than 5x plus 4 minus 5x. Now this 5x and 5x cancel. Left hand side we are having 7x minus 5x. 7x minus 5x is 2x, which is strictly less than 4. Now I want to find the value for x. So again I want to remove the 2, which is in multiplication with x. How to remove it? We have to multiply this 2x with the multiplicative inverse of 2. So what you will get in that case? 1 by 2 into 2x less than 1 by 2 into 4. This 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So x is less than 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now x is going to be strictly less than 2. Now what is the solution when x is an integer? X is an integer. So what are all the integers which are less than 2? In that case solution set will be, it will contain all the values of integers which are less than 2. So from minus infinity to minus infinity to 1, because it is strict inequality, we are not supposed to include 2. Second one, what happens when x is a real number? When x is a real number, the solution set will be interval notation, minus infinity to 2. Both the values are excluded. Both the values are excluded. So, the solution set will be minus infinity to 2. So, this is the answer for this inequality, 7x minus 1 less than 5x plus 3. So, this is the process we will be doing to solve these inequalities. So, if I want to remove this constant minus 1, okay, which is in subtraction with 1, I should add with additive inverse of minus 1. Additive inverse of minus 1 is plus 1 on either side. Is it clear? This is the process what we will do for the entire exercise. Let us see the next question. In this question, in the first subdivision, 4x plus 3 is less than or equal to 6x plus 7. So, inequality is 4x plus 3 less than or equal to 6x plus 7, and we are going to find the real values of x. Okay. So, here we are having x term and here we are having x term. Is it clear? So, I must eliminate this constant on the left hand side and I must eliminate this variable on the right hand side. So, that is my prime target, to find the value for x. Now, let us take the left hand side. What is the constant which is present? 3. It is plus 3, which is in addition with 4x. So, what I should do now? I must add the additive inverse of plus 3 on both sides. So, 4x plus 3, additive inverse of plus 3 is minus 3, less than or equal to 6x plus 7 minus 3. So, by which on the left hand side the constants are removed. So, what I am having now? 4x is less than or equal to 6x plus 7 minus 3 is 4. Am I clear? Now, I want to eliminate the variable on the right hand side. So, what I should do now? I must remove this 6x. So, what is the additive inverse of 6x? Minus 6x. So, I add minus 6x on either side. Six x I have, plus 4 is also there. Now, I subtract minus 6x. So, minus 6x and plus 6x will get cancelled. Now, what happens? 4x minus 6x. When you subtract, they are having different sign and 6 is the bigger symbol, bigger number. So, we subtract 4 from 6. So, it is 2 and the bigger number symbol is minus. So, minus 2x is less than or equal to 4. Now, I want to remove this minus 2. It is in multiplication with x. So, what I should do? I must divide by the multiplicative inverse. I must multiply with the multiplicative inverse of minus 2 on both sides. Okay. And here we are having a problem, correct? Why? Because minus 2 is going to be a minus 2 is going to be a negative number. So, when I multiply with a negative number, that is when I multiply with the multiplicative inverse minus 1 by 2, what you will get? Minus 1 by 2 into minus 2x less than or equal to minus 1 by 2 into 4. Is this statement correct? Is this statement correct? I multiplied with minus 1 by 2, so I have written minus 1 by 2 into minus 2x less than or equal to minus 1 by 2 into 4. Is this correct? Yes, it is absolutely wrong. Why it is wrong? Because we are going to multiply this expression with minus 1 by 2 on both sides. What will happen in that case? The inequality should be reversed. The inequality should be reversed. So, I am going to multiply with the multiplicative inverse of minus 2. So, it is minus 1 by 2. So, minus 1 by 2 into minus 2x greater than or equal to minus 1 by 2 into 4. So, when we multiply with a negative number, the inequality should be getting reversed. Okay. So, minus to minus plus 2 into 2 cancel. So, the answer is x greater than or equal to, we divide this one, 2 minus 2. So, inequality is maintained. Okay. Now, it is going to be the real number system. So, the solution set will be minus 2 to infinity, because x should be greater or equal to minus 2. Okay, x should be greater or equal to minus 2. What are all the values of x which are greater than minus 2 in real number? Any number which is going to lie to the right of minus 2. Okay, that is why we are writing it in the interval, because we have equal to symbol here in the inequality, the endpoint will be included. So, it is minus 2 to infinity. Now, we have another subdivision here, 3x minus 7 greater than 5x minus 1. Three x minus 7 strictly greater than 5x minus 1. Here equal to symbol is there. Okay. Here it is not there. This is called a strict inequality. Okay. Now, how to find the value for x? What are the steps we have to follow to solve this inequality? Left hand side we must try to remove this minus symbol, minus 7. Okay. On the right hand side we must try to eliminate this 5x. So, this is our prime target to get the value for x. So, left hand side we take minus 7 we have. Okay. How to eliminate that minus 7? So, on both the side I add with additive inverse of minus 7. So, this minus 7 and plus 7 get cancelled. So, it is 3x strictly greater than 5x minus 1 plus 7. Minus 1 plus 7 will be plus 6. Now, 5x. Okay. See, we are going to add and subtract only here in these steps. So, whether it is positive or negative, if you add or subtract, the inequality remains the same. So, we need not worry about the symbol changes. Okay. So, 5x, I am going to subtract this 5x on either side. So, what I will get on the left hand side? 3x minus 5x strictly greater than 5x plus 6 minus 5x, because minus 5x is the additive inverse for plus 5x. So these two are cancelled now. On the left hand side, what I am having? 3x minus 5x. 3x minus 5x is minus 2x, strictly greater than 6. Okay. Now, if you want to get a clear cut picture, first I will divide by 2. First I will try to remove this 2. How to remove 2? Multiply by the multiplicative inverse of 2. Why we should multiply? Because 2 is in multiplication with x. So we have to multiply by multiplicative inverse of 2. So 1 by 2 into minus x, strictly greater than 1 by 2 into 6. Now we multiply with the multiplicative inverse of 2, which is nothing but 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into minus 2x, strictly greater than 1 by 2 into 6. Now I am going to multiply only with 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a positive number. So inequality will not change. So I cancel 2 here. Here if you multiply, it is 3. So this is minus x is strictly greater than 3. But I want to find the value for x. So I must remove this negative sign, minus x. I want to remove this minus symbol. So what I do now? Multiply by minus 1 on both sides. When you multiply by minus 1 on both sides, what will happen? Minus 1 into minus x plus x. Minus 1 is multiplied on the right hand side, it will become minus 3. What happens to this inequality? It is getting reversed. Greater than changes to less than. Now my x is less than minus 3. So what are all the values which are less than minus 3? Minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, all the decimal values are also included because x is going to be a real number. So your solution set will be minus infinity to minus 3, both open. Here there is no equal to symbol. So the endpoint is not included. So it is minus infinity to minus 3. Am I clear? Let us see this question. Here it is given 2 into 2x plus 3 minus 10 less than or equal to 6 into x minus 2. First of all, we must simplify the expression on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. We must have only one term containing x and one term without x, constant term. On the right hand side also, we must have one x term and constant term because it is going to be a linear expression and containing only one variable. We can simplify the left hand side into an expression containing one x term and one constant term, and also the same way in the right hand side we are going to keep one x term and one constant term. So we must simplify that expression first. So how to simplify this expression? We simplify 2 into 2x plus 3. So simplify this expression, 2 into 2x plus 3, we multiply 2 inside. So it is 2 into 2x, 4x, multiply 2 with the 3, 2 3s are 6, minus 10 less than or equal to 6x minus 12. Now 4x plus 6 minus 10. Both the numbers are having different sign. So we have to do subtraction. So we subtract 6 from 10 and put bigger number symbol. So it is 4x minus 4 less than or equal to 6x minus 12. So on the left hand side we are having one term containing x and a constant term. Right hand side we are having one term containing x and a constant term. Is it clear? So this is the simplified form. Now we have to get the value for x. So what we are supposed to do? On the left hand side we must try to eliminate this minus 4, on the right hand side we must try to eliminate this 6x. So what I should do now? Minus 4. So additive inverse of minus 4 is plus 4. So, 4x minus 4 plus 4 less than or equal to 6x minus 12 plus 4. So, minus 4 cancel. So, 4x is less than or equal to 6x minus 8. So, I achieved my target of eliminating the constant on the left hand side. Now, the next target is to remove the x term on the right hand side. It is 6x. So, what should I do now? 6x additive inverse is minus 6x. So, 4x minus 6x less than or equal to 6x minus 8 minus 6x. So, here 6x cancel. Left hand side we are having 4x minus 6x. So, it is minus 2x less than or equal to minus 8. Is it clear? Now, first we will try to remove the constant and then we remove negative sign. So, 2 is in multiplication with x. So, I multiply with additive inverse of, I multiply with multiplicative inverse of 2. What is multiplicative inverse of 2? 1 by 2. So, 1 by 2 into minus 2x less than or equal to 1 by 2 into minus 8. So, 2 2's are cancelled. So, we are having minus x less than or equal to, we cancel 2 on right hand side, we get minus 4. We cannot simply cancel minus on either side. Very danger in inequalities. So, to remove minus on either side, we multiplied with the minus symbol, minus 1. So, what will happen? Minus 1 into minus x, right hand side minus 1 multiplied with the minus 4. Now, this inequality less than or equal to changes to greater than or equal to. So, x is greater than or equal to 4 and it is going to be real number. So, which are all the number which are greater than 4? Any number which lies to the right of 4 on the real number, any value which lies to the right of 4. So, the solution set will be in the interval notation 4 to infinity. Here 4 is included because of the equal to symbol. Now, see similar type of problem. Okay. Here it is given 37 minus 3x plus 5 greater than or equal to 9x minus 8 into x minus 3. Okay. Here on the left hand side we are having two constant, one variable. Right hand side we are having a variable term here and again a variable term. Here it is a constant term. So, first we must make this expression to contain one term containing x and one term constant term on the left hand side. Okay. Similarly, one x term and one constant term on the right hand side. So, we try to simplify this expression by opening the bracket. How to simplify this expression on the left hand side? 37, we take this minus inside. So, minus 3x minus into plus minus 5 greater than or equal to 9x will be kept as such. Multiply this minus 8 inside, minus 8 into x minus 8x minus 8 into minus 3, it will be plus 3. Is it clear? Now, we are having two constant on the left hand side, 37 minus 5. So, 37 subtraction minus 5, 37 minus 5, it is 32 minus 3x greater than or equal to 9x minus 8x, 9x minus 8x is x plus 3. Now, how to simplify this one to get the value for x? The first thing, we must eliminate this constant on the left hand side, and next step we must try to eliminate x on the right hand side. Okay. So we start. So 32 is plus 32. Additive inverse of plus 32 is minus 32. So 32 minus 3x minus 32 greater than or equal to x plus 3 minus 32. So this 32 and 32 cancel. So we have minus 3x greater than or equal to x plus 3 minus 32. So 32 is the bigger number, okay. And these two numbers are having different sign. So we have to do subtraction. So this is minus 29. Subtract 3 from 32 and put the bigger number symbol. Now I want to eliminate x on the right hand side. So what I should do? Bring the x to the left hand side. That is, we must add the additive inverse of x on either side. Additive inverse of x is minus x. So minus 3x minus x greater than or equal to x minus 29 minus x. Okay. So minus x and plus x is cancelled. So we must have one x term, one constant term on the left hand side, and one x term and one constant term on the right hand side. So we try to simplify the left hand side separately and the right hand side separately first. So how to simplify the left hand side? We must try to open the brackets, okay, to simplify. So this is 37 minus 3x minus 5 greater than or equal to 9x. This minus 8 is multiplied inside, minus 8x, minus into minus plus, 8 3s are 24. Is it clear? Now 37 minus 5 is 32 minus 3x greater than or equal to 9x minus 8x. They are going to have different symbol, plus and minus. So subtract 9x minus 8x is x plus 24. Okay. Now we have one x term, one constant term on the left hand side. Similarly, one x term and one constant term on the right hand side. So now we can simplify this further to find the solution for x. Now what is our target? How to get the value for x? We must try to eliminate 32 on the left hand side, and we try to eliminate x on the right hand side. So how to proceed? So 32, additive inverse of 32 plus 32 is minus 32. So we add minus 32 on both sides, 32 minus 3x. So additive inverse of 32 is minus 32 greater than or equal to x plus 24 minus 32. This is 9x, sorry. (32) greater than or equal to x plus 24 minus 32. So 32 cancelled here. So this is minus 3x greater than or equal to x plus 24 minus 22. These two numbers are going to have different symbol. So, we cannot add because of the different symbol, we have to subtract. 32 is the bigger number, 24 is the smaller number. Subtract 24 from 32. So, it is 8 and bigger number symbol is minus. So, minus 32. Now, I want to eliminate x. So, additive inverse of x is minus x. So, it is minus 3x minus x greater or equal to x minus 8 minus x. So, x and x get cancelled. So, minus 3x minus x, it is going to be, because both are going to have same sign, we have to add. So, minus 4x greater or equal to minus 8. So, left hand side, right hand side, both the terms are going to have negative symbol. Like in equalities, we cannot cancel minus on both sides. This is an inequality. So, we have to be very careful with inequalities. So, I want to remove 4 first. So, this 4 is in multiplication with x. So, we multiply with multiplicative inverse of 4 on both sides. So, it is 1 by 4. So, 1 by 4 multiplied with minus 4x greater or equal to 1 by 4 multiplied with minus 8. So, 4 cancel, left hand side it is minus x greater or equal to, we cancel 4 with 8, it is 2, minus 2. Now, we multiply with minus 1. Whenever we multiply with minus 1 into minus x is plus x, minus 1 into minus 2 is plus 2. What happens to this inequality greater or equal to? It is getting reversed. So, x is less than or equal to 2. So, solution set will be any real number which is less than or equal to 2. So, it starts from minus infinity to 2 is included or excluded? Yes, 2 is included. Why it is included? Because of the equality symbol in the inequality. 2 is also included for the solution set. Now, how to solve for this expression x plus x by 2 plus x by 3 less than 11. As I said previously, whenever we try to solve the inequalities in one variable, we must have only one x term and one constant term. In this expression, we are having 1, 2, 3 x terms. So, we must try to simplify. How to simplify this expression? On the left hand side, we take LCM. So, we write this equation x plus x by 2 plus x by 3 less than 11. So, we take LCM now. LCM for 1, 2 and 3 are going to be 1, 1, 1. So, LCM will be 1 into 2 into 3, that is equal to 6. So, this is 6. We have 1 in the denominator. So, we see that how many times this 1 goes in 6? It goes 6 times. So, we multiply numerator with 6, 6x. Here, this 2 in 6, how many times it will go? 3 times. So, multiply with the 3 in the numerator. So, 3x, denominator if you multiply, 3 2s are 6. Same way here, multiply the numerator with 2, 2x less than 11. So, we simplify this one, 11x by 6 less than 11. Okay. Now, we are having 11 by 6 into x less than 11. I want to remove this 11 by 6. Okay. How can I remove this 11 by 6 which is on the left hand side, which is in multiplication with x? Yes, I multiply by multiplicative inverse of 11 by 6. What is the multiplicative inverse of 11 by 6? It is nothing but 6 by 11. Good. So, 11 by 6 x multiplied with 6 by 11 less than 11 into 6 by 11. So, what will happen here? 6 cancel, 11 cancel. So, we have x less than 11 cancel 6. Now, x is less than 6, x is less than 6 and we are going to find the solution in real number. So, which are all the real numbers which are less than 6? Any number which lies to the left of the number 6 on the real number, okay, real number line. Is it clear? So, the solution set will be minus infinity to 6. Now, tell me whether I have to close it or put open bracket. Here we do not have equal to symbol here, correct? So, we are not supposed to put closed bracket, we have to keep open bracket. The endpoint is not included, endpoint is not included. Is it clear? Now, x by 3 is greater than x by 2 plus 1. X by 3 is strictly greater than x by 2 plus 1. Here we have left hand side only one term containing x, and the right hand side we are having only one term containing x and one term containing constant term. Okay. So, we need not simplify anything, we try to solve it. On the left hand side we do not have any constant term, okay. Right hand side we are having x term. So, we try to eliminate that term containing x which is on the right hand side. How to eliminate? Add with additive identity of x by 2. So, what you will get? X by 3 minus x by 2 strictly greater than x by 2 plus 1 minus x by 2. Okay. I added the additive inverse of x by 2. Additive inverse of x by 2 is minus x by 2. So, x by 3 minus x by 2 greater than, now x by 2 minus x by 2 cancel. Now, we are having x by 3 minus x by 2 strictly greater than. How to simplify the left hand side? X by 3 minus x by 2, both are having the denominator 3 and 2 respectively. So, we cannot add or subtract if they are going to have different denominator. So, we try to have the same denominator. So, 3 2s are 6. So, to bring 6 I have to multiply here with the 2 and here also I have to multiply with the 2. So, it is 2x. To bring 6 in the denominator for the second term, I must multiply with the 3. So, it is 3x strictly greater than 1. So, 2x minus 3x, both are going to have different sign. So, we have to subtract this smaller number from the bigger number. So, minus x by 6 is strictly greater than 1. Now, I want to remove the 6. This is 1 by 6 actually. So, what is the multiplicative inverse of 1 by 6? Multiplicative inverse of 1 by 6 is 1 divided by 1 by 6. So, this term goes to the numerator. So, it is nothing but 6. So, multiply with the 6. So, minus x by 6 into 6 strictly greater than 1 into 6. So, 6 cancel, minus x is greater than 6. Now, I have minus symbol with x. So, I multiply with the negative minus 1. So, what I will get? This is x less than or equal to minus 6. How to write the solution set? Solution set is minus infinity to minus 6, closed interval. Why it is closed interval? Sorry, sir. Now to find the solution of x, we have to multiply with minus 1. Why we have to multiply with minus 1? Because x is going to have minus. Okay, so we multiply with minus 1. So what will happen? Minus 1 into minus x. This inequality should be reversed. So it is strictly less than, and we multiply with minus 1 on the right hand side. So x is strictly less than minus 6. So what is the solution set now? Solution set is minus infinity to minus 6 open. Okay. Again we have a problem. Okay. Now how to solve this expression? 2x minus 3 by 4 plus 8 greater than or equal to 2 plus 4x minus 4x by 3. How to simplify this expression? Left hand side we are having terms here. Okay, 2x minus 3 x term, this is a constant term, this is a constant term, this is an x term, this is a constant term. Okay, so first we try to simplify to simple form. Okay, how to simplify? By taking LCM. This is by 1, this also by 1. So we take common denominator by 4. Is it clear? Now I cross multiply. So 1 into 2x minus 3 plus 4 into 8 greater than or equal to, here it is 3. Cross multiply, 3 2s are 3 into 2, 1 into 4x. Is it clear? So what will happen now? Two x minus 3 plus 32 by 4 greater than or equal to 6 plus 4x by 3. Okay. So here we are having a fraction 4 in the denominator. Here also we have a term in the denominator which is nothing but 3. Okay, LCM for 4 and 3, it is going to be 12. So multiply by 12, it is a positive number. Okay, so what you will get when you multiply by 12? 12 multiplied with so we simplify this expression, 2x minus 3 plus 32 by 4 greater than or equal to 6 plus 4x by 3. Okay, now we have two terms here, 2x plus 29 by 4 greater than or equal to 6 plus 4x by 3. Now I want to remove the denominator on both the sides. Here we are having 4 in the denominator, here I am having 3 in the denominator. So instead of doing cross multiplication, I multiply by the LCM on both sides. LCM of 4 and 3 is going to be 12. 4 into 3, that is equal to 12. I multiply by 12 on both the sides. Being 12 a positive number, the inequality will not change. 12 into 2x plus 29 by 4 greater than or equal to 12 into 6 plus 4x by 3. 3 cancel here, it is 4. So 4 cancel here, it is 3. We multiply now. So it is 6x plus 3 into 29, 87 greater than or equal to 4 into 6, 24, 4 4s are 16x. Now I am having an x term on the left hand side and a constant term. Here it is x term and this is a constant term. First I try to eliminate this constant term. It is plus 87. So what I should do? So I add with additive inverse of 87. So it is 6x plus 87 minus 87 greater than or equal to 24 plus 16x minus 87. So 87 cancel, it is 6x greater than or equal to 24 minus 87. Both are having different sign. 87 is the bigger value, 24 is the smaller value. 24 is subtracted from 87. So you will get 363 plus 16x. Now I want to eliminate the 16x on the right hand side. So additive inverse of 16x is minus 16x greater than or equal to 63 plus 16x minus 16x. 16x cancel. So this is minus 10x greater than or equal to 63. Now we are having minus 10 here, okay. After cancelling 87 and minus 87, we get 6x 6x greater than or equal to right hand side, it is 24 minus 87. 24 is positive term, 87 is a negative term, both are not going to have same sign. So we have to do subtraction. 24 is the smaller term, 87 is the bigger term. So subtract 24 from 87. So it is going to be minus 63 plus 16x. Next I want to remove 16x. So I add with additive inverse 6x minus 16x greater than or equal to minus 63 plus 16x minus 16x. 16x cancelled. So 6x minus 16x is minus 10x greater than or equal to minus 63. And left hand side and right hand side going to have negative symbol. We cannot cancel negative symbol on either side, okay, unfortunately. So first we divide by 10, that is we multiply by the multiplicative inverse of 10, which is nothing but 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 into minus 10x greater than or equal to 1 by 10 into minus 63. So 10 cancel. So minus x is greater than or equal to minus 63 by 10, which is nothing but minus 6.3. Now I multiply with minus 1. When I multiply by minus 1, this becomes x. The inequality is getting reversed, less than or equal to minus to minus plus 6.3. So the solution set is minus infinity to minus 6.3. This is the answer. Okay. Now see the next question. 5 minus 2x by 3 less than or equal to x by 6 minus 5. Okay. We simplify this expression on the right hand side. Okay. So how to simplify? Minus 5 minus 2x by 3 less than or equal to x by 6 minus 5 by 1. So 5 minus 2x by 3 less than or equal to, take LCM, 6. So it is x minus 30. Now for 3 and 6, the LCM is going to be 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. So 3 into 2, so it is 6. So multiply by 6 on both the sides now. So 6 is being a positive number, inequality is not going to change. So 6 into 5 minus 2x by 3 less than or equal to 6 into x minus 30 by 6. 6, 6 cancel, 3 2s are 6. So we get 2 into 5 minus 2x less than or equal to x minus 30. We simplify this expression now. Okay. So 2 into 5, 10 minus 2 into 2x, 4x less than or equal to x minus 30. Now left hand side we are having x term and constant term, right hand side also we have x term and a constant term. We try to simplify. First we try to eliminate this 10 on the left hand side. How to remove the 10? 10 minus 4x minus 10 less than or equal to x minus 30 minus 10. Add with additive inverse of 10, that is minus 10. So minus 10 cancel. So minus 4x is less than or equal to x minus 40. Minus 30 and minus 10 are going to have same symbol. So we have to add 30 and 40. Okay. Now you want to eliminate x on the right hand side. So the additive inverse of plus x is minus x. So minus 4x minus x less than or equal to x minus 40 minus x. X cancel now. So minus 5x less than or equal to minus 40. So as in the previous case, we are not supposed to divide by negative symbol. First we divide by 5. How to divide by 5? We multiply the multiplicative inverse of 5. Multiplicative inverse of 5 is 1 by 5. Less than or equal to 1 by 5 into minus 40. So 5 5s are cancelled. 5 here cancel here, it is 8. So we get minus x less than or equal to minus 8. So we remove that negative symbol by multiplying with minus 1. So we multiply with the negative symbol, multiply with minus 1. So minus 1 into minus x less than or equal to minus 1 into minus 8. What will happen in this case? Minus to minus plus. When we multiply with minus 1, what will happen? Minus 1 into minus x, this less than or equal to changes to greater than or equal to, and then minus 1 into minus 8. We have to be very careful when we multiply with the negative symbol. So minus to minus plus, plus x greater than or equal to minus to minus plus again 8. So x is greater than or equal to 8. In real number solution, the solution set will be 8 to infinity. So this is the final answer.